You're squinting at a street sign from 30 feet away. It's just a blur. But up close on your phone, everything is perfectly sharp. Your eye isn't broken. It's actually working exactly as designed. The problem is what it was designed by, years of a world that trained it to see this way. Let's clear up the biggest misconception first. Myopia isn't just weak eyes. It's a physical change in the shape of your eyeball. In a normal eye, light entering through the cornea and lens focuses precisely onto the retina at the back. In a myopic eye, the eyeball is actually grown too long, front to back. Light focuses in front of the retina instead of directly on it, so anything far away looks blurred, while anything close stays sharp. So the real question isn't why you can't see far away. It's why your eyeball grew the wrong shape in the first place. For decades, scientists assumed this was almost entirely genetic. If your parents wore glasses, you probably would too. But researcher Ian Morgan, who spent years studying myopia rates across different countries, found something genetics alone couldn't explain. In parts of East Asia, myopia rates exploded from around 20% to over 80% in a single generation. Genes don't change that fast. Something in the environment clearly did. Here's where the story gets interesting. Morgan's research pointed to something almost nobody expected. Time spent outdoors. Not screen time directly, not reading directly, but simply how many hours a child spent in natural daylight. Why would sunlight affect the shape of your eyeball? This is where neuroscientist Regan Ashby's research comes in. Ashby studied how bright outdoor light triggers the release of dopamine in the retina, a chemical that, among other things, appears to act like a brake pedal on eye growth. Indoor lighting, even a well-lit room, is dramatically dimmer than an overcast day outside. Without enough bright light hitting the retina, that natural brake doesn't engage as strongly, and the eyeball keeps growing longer than it should. But outdoor time is only half the story. The other half is what your eyes are focused on while you're indoors. Vision scientist Earl Smith ran experiments showing that when the eye spends long stretches focused on close objects, it appears to interpret that blur pattern as a signal to grow. Your eye doesn't experience close-up reading as focusing well. In a strange way, it experiences prolonged near focus as evidence that it needs to elongate to catch up. The more consistently your eyes lock onto something 12 inches away, whether that's a book or a phone screen, the more that signal repeats. Put those two mechanisms together, and modern life looks less like a coincidence and more like a perfect evidence. Children today spend more hours than ever staring at close screens, and less dopamine stopping eye growth, more close focus signals pushing it forward. The eyeball elongates and the blur at a distance becomes permanent. Here's the part that should reframe how you think about this. Myopia isn't just something that happens to you. In a very real sense, it's something your environment builds into you, one afternoon indoors at a time. 1 hour of near focus at a time, accumulating quietly over years until the eye itself has physically changed shape. The good news is what this same research revealed on the other side. Studies following school-aged children. Not glasses, not eye exercises, just more time in bright, natural light. So the next time you find yourself squinting at something far away, remember what you're actually looking at. Not a flaw in your eyes, a record of how you spent your time, written directly into the shape of your eyeball.